And I'm super bad.
And I'm super bad.
All right, folks, we are back live. We've got Peter Schiff of Euro Pacific Capital joining us on all the big developments in the economy coming up at the bottom of the hour. Then we have, is it David Knight hosting the fourth hour today? Yes. Also, I've got other news I want to get to that I've mentioned. Google honors Maoists who admired Osama bin Laden on their big official front page yesterday on the birthday of China's Cultural Revolution admirer, just days after China's Cultural Revolution 5th anniversary that killed 84 million people. They promoted the iconic image of the young Maoist, herself of Japanese background, basically praising that whole situation. Simply incredible to see things like this. Google honors Maoists who admired Osama bin Laden. Asian American revolutionary Yuri Kochiyama looked up to Karl Marx, Mao Zedong, and Osama bin Laden, to name a few, but that didn't stop Google from honoring her on their homepage Thursday. Again, these are rich capitalists, hundreds of billions of dollars, one of the top 5 companies in the world, hooked in with the White House. And Obama comes out a few months ago in South America and Argentina and says, oh, we need communism to work with capitalism, but capitalism will be multinational up above the nation states. The nation states will be communist. So you'll be in a slave pit in the people's paradise. We'll kill you if you want to, but we'll be multinational on jumbo jets. We'll have cars. We'll have air conditioner. We'll have red carpets. You will have nothing. And look, here's your icon. Always the rich elite promoting communism because it's only for you. They're exempt from it. Warren Buffett, the biggest recipient of the banker bailout, was the biggest promoter of it. Just type in Warren Buffett, the biggest recipient of the banker bailout was the biggest promoter of it. That's the headline with McClatchy. Perhaps I flipped it. The biggest promoter was the biggest recipient was the actual headline. Same thing, same difference. So we're at this crossroads. These people are so monstrous. They don't want you to have enough money to be free market and to make your own decisions. They want you so poor they control your life. Now, our next guest is almost the bottom of the hour, Blair White, and perhaps we should get her on from time to time to give some balance to all this because it's like Camille Paglia. I remember my dad, when I was a teenager, knew that I was a big history buff. So he said, you ought to read this book. I forget which one of her books it was, but it made a lot of sense. And, she's what I'd call a real liberal. I mean, she's for more freedom, more openness, a more open society, but doesn't want to ban words and tell you how to think and tell you what to do and go around persecuting everybody. He's a big critic of folks attacking Trump and others and third wave, quote, feminism. But look, first wave had a lot of good issues in it because those issues were already there. It was hijacked by Edward Bernays. That's been declassified, and the OSS, then the CIA to end the family and to break down independent free culture. So there are a lot of diverse people in all these movements and groups, but what's driving it? And so now they come out and they claim anyone who smiles at a black person is racist. Anyone who doesn't smile is racist. Or if you don't use the proper term and what you're supposed to call people, you're racist. And that's always changing. To always make you guilty, always make you bad. And a clip she wants us to play, Blair is a social and political commentator that focuses on feminism and social justice. She's also transgender and enjoys debunking the liberal fallacies about transgenderism that have become the mainstream narrative. And regardless what you think of this, they've only chosen this movement as their new civil rights movement to promote the government coming in my view, and starting a gender debate that they want to define. So it's about the government being the parents and controlling the culture. And that's undebatable in my view, but we'll talk about it. But who says that the radical, crazy left over at Salon promoting pedophilia on a weekly basis now, how does that speak for you? So there's also this whole moral signaling thing where these groups claim they speak for everyone. So it's a very, very dangerous situation. And one clip she wanted us to play was, her YouTube site's youtube.com Blair White or / Blair White, or Twitter, MS Blair White, or msblairwhite.com. But there's another clip we have here that is from Tumblr Vomit. This is Blair White commenting, Blair provides counterpoints to a trans activist Tumblr video. All straight people are transphobic. See, that's the issue. If you're straight, you must be bad. It's not that you're tolerant or don't care or live and let live. now mother and father existing, or he or she on an entrance form, that may hurt someone that now you're not even a he or she. It's not just identify how you want, it's that any identification is bad. And that's where this is going. It's a very asexual, very bland, controlled environment, in my view. And that's what the social engineers admit they're doing. We're going to our guest in a moment. But here is part of that breakdown where this person says that all straight people are transphobic. Everything is sexist, racist, homophobic. Only those denouncing everyone are high and mighty and good. This is a cult. If a straight person says they're not transphobic, they're lying and cannot be trusted. Microaggressions, etc. So that's where this is going. Let's play the clip.
All cisgender people are transphobic, just as all men hold misogynistic views, and all white people are racist.
Where have I heard that before?
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic.
All cisgender people are transphobic.
I mean, what a shitty world to live in. Like, painting the world around you as always racist, always transphobic, always misogynistic. Is there no silver lining with these people?
I've known that I'm trans for 5 years, and I still sometimes struggle with internalized transphobia. Thoughts that maybe I am a freak.
Aha, you're projecting. Just because you think you're a freak doesn't mean everyone around you constantly thinks you're a freak. Calm down.
If you tell me that as a cisgender person, you are not transphobic, you are telling me not to trust you.
Oh my God. So, you only trust someone who tells you they are transphobic. Because that's them repenting for their sins, right?
By telling me that you are not transphobic, you're telling me that you are unaware or choose to live in the dark about the way that we are socialized in a Western society.
Okay, so what this is an attack on Western society, and that no matter how tolerant and open someone is, they can never prove themselves proper to the high priestesses and priests who will always expand what is offensive and what words they want to ban or restrict. These are people in the whole political correctness, social justice warrior movement that want to control reality. This is a weaponized globalist program, declassified, to do this. Now, it takes over other movements and other groups and other things. But at its core, this is what it's projecting, in my view, and from our research. And so I want to go to our guest now, but just imagine where this just never stops. No one can ever just be left alone. You've got to be told because you're white or you're Western or you're male, you're inherently bad. Well, that is inherently classist, racist, bigoted at its foundation, because any dumbed-down intellectual movement is going to be based on that. So this is the product of our dumbed-down society, the lowered IQ, all of it. And this is the type of weaponized media we face. Blair White, thanks for coming on. I mean, you've heard my comments on this. I saw your video and thought it was thought-provoking, because I mean, this is inside the whole debate. It seems like these people are bullies trying to order everyone to just do exactly what they say. But even if you submit every week, they're updating the new thing you must do. But even if you do that, you can't help the fact, because you're, I guess, white, you're inherently evil.
Absolutely. One of the reasons why I started my channel was because I was tired of being co-opted by these people. I think that unfortunately they've gained a monopoly on, anything to do with transgenderism. And it was just really frustrating for me. So I wanted to start my channel and sort of just provide just a different narrative, because unfortunately their way of thinking and their way of looking at, trans issues and anything in the world has become the mainstream narrative. And if you go against it, then you are blacklisted, basically.
We see a radicalization here, just like with Islam, where the most radical get in control, so they're always one-upping each other on who can be the most extreme. Do you think that's kind of what's happening here? And also, who is the fountainhead of all this? Where is all this, extreme acceleration of rhetoric coming from?
I really don't know. I think I kind of want to say it comes from campuses, universities. I think that, my experience on a university campus has been definitely telling. I think that, instructors and professors definitely teach this stuff as if it's fact, when it really isn't. And unfortunately, on campuses, it's not really safe for people with dissenting views. So I think it comes from campuses.
So that means the government and the big foundations.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what caused it or where it came from, but I definitely know that, education is being used as the foundation for it.
Well, look, it's a free world. I don't hate anybody for their identity. And I understand that folks, have different views, different ideas out there. I mean, I truly am what we call classical liberal. But what about some of the people out there that claim they were confused when they were young and the system came in and pushed them to say, no, you are another gender?
Yeah, my story isn't like that. I definitely transitioned a little bit later in life. I'm 22. I started my transition around 20. And I think that it's definitely wrong for any type of institution, whether it be a teacher, whether it be the state, whether it be a doctor or a therapist, to push that on a kid. Transitioning is a really serious decision, and it's one that will affect the rest of your life. And it's one that has a lot of irreversible changes, sometimes dangerous changes. So I definitely disagree with that. I think that transition is a choice that you make, should be when you're an adult.
When we come back with our guest, Blair White, who is a trans person, I'm going to ask the question, getting past individuals, the government and the media pushing this, making it the central narrative, is about getting in our ideas that we can trans into anything, including with machines. And I assure you, that's the next shoe to drop. This is all about the rise of the cyborgs. Get ready.
Are you sneezing, coughing, and aching? Do you have a sore throat, a fever, or the sniffles? There's no reason to be sick this cold and flu season with immune system support from Supernatural Silver. Supernatural Silver can give your body the help it needs to fight off harmful pathogens without hurting beneficial gut flora and without leaving behind resistant bacteria. Antibiotics can damage good microflora and often leave behind bacteria, which can cause problems later on. If you're sick of being sick, try Supernatural Silver. Supernatural Silver, the #1 choice of thousands for a safe and effective way to protect against the many diseases and illnesses that we are facing today. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, read our customer reviews, and see the life-changing results that people are having. That's supernaturalsilver.com. Supernaturalsilver.com. Use the promo code PROTECTED for 20% off your entire order. And like us on Facebook. Supernatural Silver.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists. Get back to nature. Expand your horizons with the highest quality, most versatile, unique slingshots and sling bows on the market at slingbow.com. Slingbow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug-out bag or storing in your vehicle. Give yourself and your loved ones the excitement and tradition of Slingbow. A new frontier in archery and truly modern twist on this primitive survival tool. Feel the thrill only at slingbow.com.
When fresh liquid whey is processed into a dry powder, the special proteins that make up the whey lose their original shapes. They fold in on themselves and lose their functional value. One World Whey undergoes a technological enhancement that we believe restores these potent proteins back to their original shapes the body can use.
I chose to try One World Whey first before going to a doctor who would likely only prescribe drugs. To my delight, it worked. After stabbing pain for years, to have it completely gone is a miracle. I'd like to also stress that for me, it took several months of taking One World Whey before I had improvement, and then an entire year for my gut to feel 100% healed. So now I tell my friends, give your body time to make use of the healing power of One World Whey.
Call 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworld, WHEY.com.
So you've got to take a state construction license exam or certification. Can't decide on what books or what chapters to study? Discover right now how you can eliminate unnecessary books and wasted study time. At contractorexam.com, our study materials zero in on state-required test topics in an effective multiple-choice format. So whether you're a plumber, electrician, general contractor, or other construction-related trade, contractorexam.com will help get you prepared. Visit us at www.contractorexam.com today.
This is Alex Jones. Thousands of people